Alrighty, so I guess when in doubt, just talk to people randomly. And you hear that, starting on the 23rd, some athletic teams will be recruiting new members. Oh no! And that's the track team, kendo team, and swim team, though. The others are all full. Oh. Well, I mean, that beats the pants off of other options I've had in other games. If you're interested in joining, why don't you go check it out? Go down the stairs to the right, and eventually you'll find it. Okay, well, I admit to being interested. Kendo sounds pretty freaking awesome. Dude, another gorgeous day. I should go for a jog before practice. Alright, well, if that's your way of feeling good. Hey, new guy. What do you think of the girls here compared to your old school? I have no frame of reference, so I don't know, they're about the same, I guess. So your old school had lots of... I, once again, can't say I know. Alright, well, glad I was in that conversation. Oh, alright, well, I clearly just spoke to this guy and I was trying to talk to this dude. Guess he doesn't have the rights to be able to actually speak to people. Unfortunate for him. Perhaps he is mute. It's a possibility. Alright, so the question of the millennium is, how exactly do I go about spending time? I'm left wondering. When you were absent, there was an election for student council president. Oh, okay. Interesting. Everyone else looks so small compared to her. Interesting. All right, well, power to you there, lady. I wish you luck. Said she's going to quit being a high schooler. Well, it's her life, not mine. Pretty sure you legally can't do that. School's barely started and there's already been a student who quit. She only had 2 years left. What'll she do? She doesn't even graduate from high school. In America, you have to at least be 18 before you can give up on education. I guess in Japan, maybe there are other laws or rules to be applied. I can't say I know. All right. I'm just kind of wandering around wondering what on earth I could possibly do. I don't actually have any clue. Let's see, home economics. Okay, cool, 2 doors to the same place. Science, music, like art. I don't really know where to go to accomplish much of anything. What do you want? I'm using my cell now. Talk to me later. All right, sheesh. And I'm left pondering what to do. Interesting. It'd be nice if I don't know. In some games, you have to start social links by talking to them out in the overworld, but I don't know. Where would I even find anybody's, I wonders? I don't know. It's Class E's homeroom. Can't go in there, though. Can I go in the bathroom? It's the men's room. I can go in the bathroom. This was time well spent, I'm aware. All right, well, I heard the telltale signs of washing one's hands, so that's good. You relieved yourself. Your condition has become great. Oh. Wait, you mean... I see. I was good, but now I'm great. Apparently, I've been holding it in for a week. Go figure. All right, that's interesting. I'm sure that applies to something somewhere. Okay, well... As I don't really have much of any idea about where to go or what to do, I suppose I have one possible theory, and if that doesn't work, then I guess I'll just have to completely abandon the day entirely and leave the school and hope for the best. I'm relatively certain that if I go this way, I will run into a library. And if I run into a library, maybe I can get my knowledge on. That's something. Door's locked right now. All right then, well, I certainly tried. There's a saying, he who catches 2 hares at once will catch neither. That means a student like you who always trying to do 2 things at once will. The teacher continues to scold the student. I see. Stop trying to do so many things. You're looking like a fool. It's the faculty office. It wouldn't be wise to enter without a good reason. Well, all right then. The question is, do I mull around and try to figure stuff out, or do I leave and try to not look like a fool? Yep, all right, hang on. What is immediately outside, I wonder? Oh, maybe that's what I was supposed to do.
It's Akihiko-senpai! Where? Oh, there he is!
He is not okay with this.
If you you noticed how popular Akihiko-san is with the ladies? Man, take a look at that.
This is the second time that I've seen him be swarmed by the lady types. Doesn't seem very happy about it, though.
I didn't used to talk to him much, but now I've got a good excuse. I know he's the captain of the boxing team, but
Oh, so he punches stuff. Neat.
who would have thought he'd be such a chick magnet?
I don't know. The aloof guy is sort of a popular trope. Makes sense.
I mean, come on. You don't even see girls flock like that on TV. I wonder where they're going.
Yeah, no, none of my business.
Wait for us.
I don't think that's what that he wants.
Hey, are you guys free this afternoon?
I have no idea.
Hell yeah! What you got in mind?
I guarantee it's not whatever you think it is.
I want the two of you to meet me at Polonia Mall.
Okay.
You know where it is, right? I'll be at the police station.
Ah, yes. The coolest hangout in town.
See you there.
The police station?
Yes, that is what he said.
You mean we're not hanging out with your friends?
I don't think they're his friends.
Who, these girls? I don't even know their names. They talk so much they give me a headache.
I mean, that's your fault for making assumptions, Junpei. I knew going in that wasn't what this was.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Don't keep me waiting.
Yeah, we already agreed to it.
Oh, why can't he be more friendly? But that's what makes him so cool.
I mean, that's definitely one take. Not the one I would have reached.
Man, how can he not know their names? I mean, seriously, just look at them.
I don't know, they were all pretty generic NPC looking.
Ah, well, let's go.
Already agreed to it. Akihiko asked you to meet him at apparently the Palonia Mall police station. You just had to head over there. Okay, sure. I admit to being curious. Doesn't seem like the type of guy to ask people to meet him anywhere. Oh, all right. Hey, you're following me. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I do not know how to get there. Here's hoping that the map is good. Yeah, the mall. All right. Huzzah! It was rather simple, actually. That's good to know. Oh. I've never known a police station to be stationed inside of a mall before, but okay. I've also never been to Japan, so that could very well be a factor. This seems to be the police station. Enter, I suppose. I am curious.
Thank you, sir. Oh, these are the guys I was talking about earlier.
Very stern.
I was waiting for you guys.
We got here literally as fast as humanly possible.
This is Officer Kurosawa. He helps keep our squad well equipped.
Oh, we're establishing where we get our weapons. There's a police station inside a mall, and the cop inside there gets us our weapons?
And this is from Ikutsuki-san.
Really? Sweet!
That is insanely convenient for us. You and Junpei each received 5,000 yen. Neat.
You can't fight empty-handed, so find something you like.
Cool.
Officer Kurosawa has connections.
Apparently.
But these things still cost money.
Of course they do. Nothing in life is free.
I realize that.
Friendship is free.
Well, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
If you fight by punching things, what do you buy? Different kinds of brass knuckles?
I've been informed about you two.
Okay.
My job is to maintain peace in this city, regardless of the circumstances.
Admirable, I suppose.
I'm just an ordinary police officer, but it doesn't take a genius to know something strange is going on here.
I appreciate the, at least cursory attempt to explain why you would sell weapons to high schoolers.
I'm only doing what I think is right.
I mean, it works out for us in the end, so I'll take it. I don't have that much, but you should be able to find what you need. All right, cool. A Kashito blade, gladius, and a short bow. Okay. At least it can be compared to. Oh wait, hang on a second. Well, now I'm curious. Wait, can... Oh, wait, no, Junpei. Yeah, and Yukari. Okay, so then, I was just curious. It's like, wait, can I give up any weapon to anybody? I was a bit confused as to how this whole thing, like, works. Okay, but the thing is, it says Yukari's attack is 36, but then this is comparing it to a 37, which is the attack stat that I have. It seems to be comparing my stats to the weapon. I am confused. All right, but slightly less accurate. I see. Okay. All right, okay. So this looks like a weapon that I use. That'll be 3,400. Okay. Would I like to equip it? Yes, I would. I've equipped it. All right, now, yeah, okay, now it's saying that this is weaker. Okay, question. That'll be 32. Gotcha. Yes. Would you like to equip it? Equip it. So wait, I can use a bow? I see. Huh. Interesting. That's definitely a thing that I'm not used to. Shh, only 5,000 yen. Take off since I'm in a bad mood now. Later. I can't believe this guy. He made me come out here, he gave us a connection to buy weapons, gave me 5,000 yen. I'm pissed off now. All right, well, you do you, dude. Okay, for simplicity's sake, I kinda feel like I'd rather roll with the weapons that the characters, you know, start with. Let's not overcomplicate things, you know? Which means, I guess, one-handed swords for the protagonist, two-handed for Junpei, and bows for Yukari. That makes the most sense to me. All right. So, man, there are B Blue V, the Chagall Cafe, Club Escapade. All right, well, as interesting as all of these things are, hey, it's Jack Frost. Hold up, Game Panic. Various arcade games are inside. Here, you can spend time in shops such as these. Depending on where you go, you may be able to raise your charm, courage, or academics. Okay, so it would be here. And here, I thought the library would be where I'd get my academics. If these stats are high enough, then you may be able to make new acquaintances. Okay, well, that didn't stay on screen long enough for me to read it, even though I only hit the button once. Will you stay here until it gets dark? Sure. Right now, the games available to play are, stuff I can't afford. So, not really an option then. Okay, power records, and there's the pharmacy. Kind of figured that one out already. Antiques. Can I go antiquing? However, it seems to be closed. The sign says it'll open on June 9th. Okay, all right. Can I spend time doing karaoke? Mandragora, maybe. Karaoke solo, 800 yen. Don't be shy, belt it out. Will you stay here until it gets dark? Sure. You sang for hours and hours. And apparently that made my courage go up. It's getting late. You decided to go back to the dorm. Okie dokie. I'm not 100% sure how singing raises courage.
Welcome back.
Howdy, howdy. Perfect timing. I'd like to speak to you for a moment. Regarding our exploration of Tartarus, Akihiko is still on the mend, so for now, I'd like you to lead the team. You never know when a powerful enemy might appear, like the one you faced the other day. It's best to be prepared, or else you may find yourself in a difficult situation. So whenever you'd like to explore Tartarus, just let me know, and I'll gather everyone here. Also, since I'm sure there are other things you'll need to take care of, you may go out at night if you need to. Well, that's it. Keep up good work. I see. I'm now able to go out at night. Okay. Well, quite personally, I'd actually like to go back to Tartarus. How can I help you? I want to go okay, check everyone's status. Everyone seems to be healthy. Do you want to know the status of each member? Yes. Okay, so, okay, but I can't change anything here. Hi, Chihuahua. All right, fair enough, fair enough. That's Yukari and Junpei, and that's all we got so far. All right, I see. Is there anything else? I want to go to Tartarus. I kind of want to see what happens. Very well, we'll meet at Tartarus around midnight. Don't be late. I'll let the others know. I don't have a specific goal, as it were, but I see no harm in going there and fighting the good fight anyway. I feel so listless and aimless. Like I don't really have a specific goal. I'm worried that I'm doing things incorrectly. As we explore Tartarus, this will be our temporary base of operations. I'm counting on you. Talk to your allies to check their status or change their equipment. Okay, well, at least they're explaining that more, specifically now. All right, well, good news, Yukari. I bought you a bow. Apparently I can use it, but specifically it was meant to be given to you. So, here you go, I suppose. There you go. Ta-da! Slightly more damage. Thanks. No problem. All right. I guess we'll just... Maybe it'll let us go up a floor now? If not, then I guess I'm supposed to wait before I could do more stuff, but we'll find out. By the way, I found out something else about Tartarus. A few floors up, there's a barricade preventing you from going any higher. The tower seems to have a number of these interspersed amongst its floors. I know I told you about the layout changes each day, but these barriers seem to be in fixed locations. Therefore, I'd like you to try and reach the first barricade. I'm counting on you. Okay, I can do that. Yay! Goals! That's all I ask. Specific goals to reach. Ew. Aw, her bow isn't nearly as gigantic anymore. Give me a moment, and I'll check to see what's beyond the floor. Say what? I detect a great source of power above you. It's still relatively far away, but keep your guard up nonetheless. Very well, I shall do that. Also, the way up is literally right there. But I want to do some combat. All right, well.
A surprise attack. Prepare for battle.
I suppose that's just kind of what happens. All right, well, you're clearly different than the other one.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Oh, I thought that would take up my entire turn. All right, fair enough. Well, let's try fire. Neutral. In fact, you've got fire. Rude. All right, well then, if that's the case, you can heal, but instead, shoot.
One enemy remains.
Indeed. But I also feel like I'd like to actually get some information, though. So, tactics? Interesting. Is there not a guard option? That's odd. It doesn't seem to be anything resembling a guard action. That could be a problem, if I'm being honest. All right. More stairs. Oh, that's a fake staircase. Yeah. Take that, you big nerd. Well, that didn't count as an ambush. All right. All right. Well, at least you're slapping around Junpei. Dude seems surprisingly durable. Huzzah!
That was a close one.
All right. I'm getting back into the Persona swing of things. Thing is, each game's got their, unique style and flow of doing things and what have you, so I gotta get used to all the intricacies and what have you. All right, well, I certainly made an attempt.
An assault by 2 enemies.
Ow.
Strong.
Double ow. All right, starting to feel like maybe I should have taken advantage of the staircase. All right, well.
2
Okay.
enemies remain. Don't get careless.
That one just won't die.
I'm not trying to be careless. I'm sussing things out. Okay, well, don't do that. Oh, Lord, that's...
Not good. Takeba's down.
Indeed she is. Okay. Well, this is taking a very bad turn, if I'm being real.
Excellent attack.
Okay, all right. If I may, I'd very much like to use one of these very quickly. And hopefully you decide to not
Come on. Hang in there.
do that. And, I didn't save. Well, not gonna hear the end of this one for a while. I earnestly did not anticipate things being as difficult as they were as quickly as they were. I suppose that's my fault. And, well, no, you know what? I don't suppose. I know so. And I apologize. I will now get back to where I was. And so I have returned. And I come bearing some new information. So, this time, I didn't buy new weapons. I went and bought armor instead, and I actually looked over everything and realized that apparently there's 2 different types of armor, one for defense and one for evasion. So I bought myself a camo shirt, which gave me a good boost to defense, and I actually also bought some shoes that boosted evasion, but I gave those to Yukari. I figure that, you know, the better odds the healer has of not taking any damage whatsoever, the better. And I didn't really have any more money after that, so I figured that the defense and evasion boosts were better in this instance because the stat boosts for attacks were really kind of extraordinarily minor. I didn't really think it was worth the money. So it was more so just better to get more defense than an offense in this particular instance. And this time, I choose to be less stupid, I guess. More mindful. Okay, so the enemies move really frigging fast. I didn't get sucker punched. That's a good sign, but still. Okay, let's play this slightly more intelligently, just ever so slightly. Okay, but in turn without doing anything, there is, in fact, can I maybe go to, I don't know, tactics? Is there a defend? There's no blocking option? Is that really the case? That's bizarre to me.
One enemy remains.
Oh, come on now. That's a load of baloney.
What a stunning victory.
All right, well, all right, let's definitely keep a closer eye on all of the various numbers that we need to take care of, eh? That seems like a good idea. All right, well, first things first, if at all possible, I'd like to take the Healy ones. Thank you. It's only a little tiny bit, but Lord knows it all counts in the end. All right, so the question is... Oh, I know what the question is. Oh, I know exactly what the answer to the question is. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, so I've got some incredibly bad news. I'm stupider than even you could have potentially thought. I did not save before coming back in here. Whew, I've made a lot of bad choices that have led to this moment. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do so great, you guys. We are going to do fantastically. We're gonna get all the right attacks. We're gonna do all the right damages. We're not gonna get beaten up. We're not gonna get beaten up at all. Okay, all right, yeah, see, much like how that just went. We are going to play absolutely stunningly, fantastically. We are going to be absolutely amazing, is what we're gonna be. Okay, so here are the hands. The hands definitely were a problem last time. Let's do a little bit of experimentation. Ah, weak to fire. That's incredibly good. I like that. Yes. There we go. We got a free action, so we did some experimentation, and it all worked out in the end. Okay, so now that I have a new mindset of play strategically, play carefully, and play smart, then we just might be able to get a little bit further along this time. I'm going to have to ask for more experience points. Yes, thank you. If you guys could get to level 4, well, that'd be swell. All right, no? All right, well, I figured I'd ask. All right, so that's the way out. I feel like a smart man would probably use that to abscond. Okay.
Don't get careless.
All right, I know for a fact that you are weak to fire. Sure, I'm kind of burning through most of my SP while I do this, but it sure beats burning through all of my life. Ooh, that's a problem. Okay, you don't have their attack yet. All right, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's not what I wanted at all.
Pocketbot is in danger.
I noticed. I'm going to do something about that, I assure you. Okay. Pushing up makes the thing go down, and pushing down makes the thing go up. I understand that that's a normal thing in a lot of games, but I have to get used to it. So I went for skills and ended up going with weight. All right. Let's not get trigger happy with our selections of actions and our selection of actions. Sorry, I'm a little flustered about everything. Let's just keep using fire, why don't we, and see what happens. Ah, miss. Lovely. Okay, hey Junpei, you mind maybe using some of this here medicine on our friend? There we go. Okay, all right. All right, not bad, not bad. I appreciate the honesty of what she said. She had no confidence in that attack landing, but she really hoped it would. Okay.
The potential to grow even stronger.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. I just gotta be smartly. Luckily, a bunch of these are healing thingies, and I already have Pixie, so getting another one certainly wouldn't help. I should quickly check to see what Pixie is capable of. If I remember correctly, ain't Pixie capable of minor wind magic and some Healies? Okay, there's Dia and Rakunda. All right, well, I mean, it's more healing. That's never a bad option. Kind of burning through most of my reserves of SP, so maybe I don't want to rely on the main character for healing and what have you, but the option is there, and that's good. And that's a big pile of money. All right, and there I was wondering how we were gonna get it. Okay, well, that certainly makes a lot of sense, it sure does. Alrighty, alrighty. Just very carefully, stealthily, smartly. Hotada! I think I may have gotten enemy advantage. Okay. All right. Okay. This is gonna be okay. Definitely, absolutely. All right. I know that fire doesn't affect you majorly, but just covering up our bases. Yeah, okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Let's just. Okay. See now that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. I feel like I may have bitten a wee bit more than I could chew here. Okay. Okay. They're not dishing out tonzo damage. We're definitely taking some bumps and bruises, though. I'm not trying to, but I gotta admit, I am missing significantly more often than I was prepared for. Ah, good. Does critical mean yes? It does. Okay, then shoot again. Shoot again. That was the plan. Thank you. Not that I don't appreciate it. Run away? You know what? I'm down for that. If an enemy wants to run away from me when it's perfectly capable of also killing me, I'm gonna give it that right. It is allowed to do that. Okay, so I'd like to request some healing if it's all the same. There you go. Thank you. Oh, that was very super nice of you. All right. It's a bit more finicky than it was in 4, which I'm mostly comparing the preemptive strikes for. The enemies definitely move a little quicker and turn around a lot faster. Okay. So it would be nice.
I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Please do, if and you can. I'd very much appreciate it. And so yeah, basically I need to hit these. When it comes to preemptive attacks, I need to hit them a bit further away than I would have in other games.
It seems to have multiple weaknesses.
To wind and ice. Okay. This is useful. This is useful. All right, let's not take chances. Wow, I do not like how you use that to. There's no good or eloquent way to do the motion required for summoning personas, but that one made me the most uncomfortable of all. Okay, so question now. Now that we know, we don't have to reanalyze.
It seems to have multiple weaknesses.
Okay, so that's how we're doing things. I understand now. All right, let's definitely kill one of them, please. You sure do take a lot of damage. All right, just slap them around, stab them up. Okay, or miss. I'm not. Okay, double miss. Cool. All right, he really does not take damage from fire. That's resistances for you, I suppose. But Am I incredibly unlucky, or can characters just miss attacks significantly more often than they could in other games? Okay, because I don't wanna cause a fuss or a muss, but I can't help but notice that I missed 4 attacks in a row. So if the game would be so kind as to let me actually kill this monster.
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
Okay. Yeah, always gonna go with the experience if I have the option and the choice. Thank you. Boost that up a little bit. Can we level up now? No, we're still not gonna do that, huh? All right, well, free money. Here's hoping that the first barricade isn't exactly very far away. I'm almost half tempted to ask everybody to run around and start looking for things, but I also don't want to run the risk of sending them to their death. My goodness, okay. Well, this entire experience has been significantly more stressful than I was prepared for, if I'm being real with all y'all. This whole place is like a maze. Even the access points seem to be randomly distributed. If you feel like you're in danger, don't hesitate to return. Yeah. Interesting how there are no doors back up and down the various floors. Okay, also I'm on the 3rd floor? I guess the place I started was the 1st floor before I even technically entered the dungeon. I suppose that makes sense. All right. So, there we go, okay. Being super duper careful about how I do this. Lucky day. Weak to fire. Assuming I don't randomly miss, we'll be completely good. Just keep on frying them. Frying them, brying them. Brying them isn't a thing. I think my brain wanted to say maybe brine them, but that also has nothing to do with frying. So I'm gonna be honest, not sure where I was going with any of that. All right, shuffle. Okay, so if I remember correctly, red sword is like, those are like skill cards, aren't they? For getting abilities? Oh, all right. Apparently I wasn't paying as close enough attention as I thought I was. I'll take more experience. Thank you. Please let that be enough to level up now. Thank you. Hit points, spirit points, and all that good stuff. Thank you, all right. I'd like to gain some new abilities if it's possible. No, not quite. All right, well, yeah. Strength, magic, luck. We take those. I guess my next spell isn't anything super special, but still. And did you guys not level up? Oh, that's certainly a problem. Okay. Let's just keep tabs on everything and make sure we're aware of everything that's going on. We now have the way out. The way out is always a good thing to have. And we have the way up. So the question is, do I spend my time going about, gaining experience and potentially treasures? I dare say that I do! I have a general idea of how these monsters kind of work.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Please do. I appreciate the fact that that she's just straight up able to, these are all the weaknesses it has. Start using them instead of having to kind of guess. That's actually a surprisingly more powerful analysis than I'm used to. That being said, please die.
I couldn't defeat it.
Escape. All right.
Mon Annalise resulted in failure. Just one more.
Did you just speak French? Okay. Feels.
One enemy remains.
So you tried to analyze it, failed, and then decided that you wouldn't even bother to try again. Interesting. Okay, well, at the very least, these little puddly dudes don't seem like too much of a problem, which is incredibly lucky for me. I don't exactly have their weaknesses available, but still. All right. That's purely just HP. I don't get my SP back at all. That would be a different card entirely. Most unfortunate. All right, well, let's sneak attack. Sneak attacks are the best kinds of attacks.
3 enemies detected. Strike first.
Is it really? Could you please, though, actually maybe try again?
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
That'd be really great of you.
This thing won't give
I'd like to know in the event that maybe I can gain the ability to do something. Just because I don't know the weakness now and technically don't need it.
It seems to have multiple weaknesses.
It's weak to a lot of things, just nothing that I have right now because characters need to definitely spend more time leveling up.
finish it off.
If either of these two leveled up, we'd be able to take these things on significantly more consistently. Okay, you've got the fire.
One enemy remains.
All right, all right.
Not bad, huh?
All right, I'm getting into a bit of a rhythm now. This is good. But always, I feel super absurdly paranoid and just feel the need to always go for the health thing. Realistically, I should be trying to get that third persona. But hey, you know, I'll do things as I do things. And kind of looks like we've. Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought it was like, well, that's a really short floor. I guess I got turned around at some point. These hallways do look rather similar to each other. All right, more of these dudes. If we could just get ever so slightly stronger, just like a little itty bitty little bit more, because we can start taking these things down in 2 hits instead of needing all 3.
Enemies remain.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Thank you, variable damage. Sometimes you don't work for me, but other times you do. Although, wow, the resistances are very, very powerful in this. Okay, now see, I was curious about that. I've seen him do that a couple times. That looked like it did more damage, but it wasn't a critical. Sometimes he just slices more often than he does other times.
I'm beat.
Iori is fatigued. Shouldn't you return?
Excuse me? Fatigued? Okay. That's interesting. All right, well, when faced with an element from the unknown that I am entirely unaware of, it would probably be best to err on the side of caution. So I have 2 choices ahead of me. Do I just straight up leave, which I do have the option of, or do I go up the stairs and hope that the very next thing I see is the barricade that I'm supposed to have reached? Do I take that risk? Well, the smart option would be, I believe, since I didn't save, God only knows what could end up there. It's possible running into a barricade might throw me into a boss fight straight from the get-go. And I don't understand what this fatigue system thingy is, so... even if it potentially is the way forward, I do believe that the smarter option would be to leave now and not take the chance. I don't like it, but sometimes you gotta do what doesn't feel like the right choice when it probably is. I'm not happy about it, but yeah, I suppose I will. Alright, well, now that the training wheels, sorry dude, I'm beat. I'm going back to the dorm. Perhaps we should call it a day since you no longer have a full party. So, that's interesting. That's not something I'm used to. Characters can just get full-on exhausted and not want to fight anymore. Interesting. Okay. That's definitely something worth taking note of. Huh. All right, well, now that the game has taken the training wheels off of combat, there's apparently a whole lot more to this than I was prepared for. All right. I'm gonna get this all figured out. I suppose my old gung-ho methods are a bit more dangerous than they even were beforehand, so I guess I just need to I need to be more careful, play more cautiously for now. I can do that. What's up, Dai? You're all by yourself? Dude, I thought the rumor about you and Yukari-san was true. Are you just gonna bring that up every single time we talk? It's still early, it is what it is. I'm not making commitments at all at this point in time. Oh yeah? Well, it's not like I care or anything. It's just literally the only thing I've literally ever brought up when speaking to you. But you sure had some bad luck since you transferred here. I don't really know if I'd call it bad luck. You know, dude, all the weird stuff that's been happening. You don't have any idea about the weird stuff that's been happening. I'm just saying, man. You don't know nothing. Everyone's been saying they're hearing strange voices. Well, I guess since you're always listening to your headphones, you probably haven't heard anything. It is an interesting side effect of living the way I do. This is true. Early morning to after school. All right. Oh, something's happening. There's someone standing in front of your desk. Why is this guy constantly attacking me with his words? It's a classmate you were talking to earlier this morning who just keeps deciding to talk to me. Hey man, I'm gonna get some ramen after school. You wanna come? Why are you asking me? No reason really, I just don't have anything to do later. And I thought we could finish our conversation from this morning. The conversation... Okay, if I agree to this and we end up talking about Yukari again, I'm gonna be really kind of cross. What do you say, man? Let's get some ramen and talk. You accepted your classmate's offer. Okay, well, I kind of thought I would actually get the option or not. According to Igor, the strength of the social link is the strength of the persona. You've decided to go with him. So, my first established social link is with some random dude, and not one of my party members. Interesting. Oh, hey, this place is familiar. Neat. Wow. That entire segment of Persona 4 would have been a lot more meaningful had I played Persona 3 first. Good to know. All right, well, this is the ramen shop, Hagakure. Slurp, slurp, glug, glug. Y'all gonna choke, man. Whew, that's what I'm talking about. Now, was I right or was I right? This ramen tastes great, doesn't it? I bet they put special ingredient in it. Something no other ramen shop uses, he says, with a kind of disgusted look on his face. It's probably some sort of secret spice. No, sorry, my bad. I get all geeked up when I eat here. About ramen? Shut up and eat. Yeah, well, all right, whatever. I can't actually taste it, but hey, good food is good food. I've never had ramen before. I really should at some point in my life. You do? Really? I mean, you can appreciate the subtle yet distinct flavor of the soup. Wow, you don't look like the type of guy I'd normally hang around with, but I guess looks aren't about everything. And why did you ask me in the first place? By the way, man, I hear you and Yukari are close. God damn it, man! Is this really all this is ever going to be? For the umpteenth bajillionth time, I don't even know if I can qualify her as a friend. Our social link thing hasn't even started. I don't know how to start it. I ain't close to her. I know of her. I know the bare bone basics. I can describe her physical appearance, her first name, and her apparently the club she's in. Other than that, I know jack. Okay, well, I know some things about her family life, but still, I ain't close. I'm not saying I'm opposed to the idea, but I'm getting really annoyed at this assumption. Man, boy, you moved fast. I mean, you just transferred here. Can't blame you, though. A man's gotta be aggressive nowadays. That's not what I'm doing. I'm actively agitated about you. Let's hang out after school again sometime. Literally only if you don't ask me about that again. Get some food and I'll tell you about my secret plan. I tell you here, dude, you're gonna flip. Okay, he seems to like me. Good for him, I guess. Have I? Okay. I have so many questions in my brain right now. I like how time is frozen for literally everything except for the steam coming out of the food. Wait, this is the Magician Arcana? I would have thought that would have been Junpei? I am... Alright. I gotta stop making assumptions about this game because I keep getting way off base. Alright. Never known a magician to be somebody not important to the story before. You may be able to create a social link by getting to know a person better. When you fuse personas, the strength of the social link will affect the resulting persona. When you create a persona that has the same arcana as a social link, you'll be able to gain additional experience for that persona. Try to discover as many social links as you can and fuse as many personas as possible. Okay, it's getting dark out. Man, is it already nighttime? Damn, I missed my favorite TV show. Man, you're one serious dude. No, let's get going. Not serious, I'm just confused. Decide to return to the dorm. All right, well, this game is definitely gonna be a kettle of fish that I was not ready for.
Welcome back.
I appreciate the welcome. Goji, have you been monitoring your condition? Exploring Tartarus can be very tiring. If the exploration becomes too long, you might get exhausted. As in what happened to Junpei? Just because the next day is an important one doesn't mean you won't still get tired. There's a chance you might not be able to recuperate fully before whatever's going to happen. The other conditions will vary as well, so make sure you take that into consideration before you begin exploring. If you want my evaluations of everyone's condition, don't hesitate to ask. Those who fight in Tartarus will quickly become tired and may require several days of rest to recuperate. It would be unwise to venture into Tartarus in such a state, so be sure to check each member's condition beforehand. Well, that wouldn't be as much of a problem if I wasn't working off a time limit, I assume, of which I am. Okay. Well, might I inquire as to how everyone is feeling? The number of members who aren't feeling well is 1. Do you want to know the status of each member? Well, I'm guessing it's still Junpei. I see. Is there anything else? I guess maybe just talk? If an enemy dodges when you attack with a close-range weapon such as a sword, there's a possibility you may falter. Yes, I've experienced it multiple times. However, continuous attacks with a sword will inflict a great amount of damage. Contrarily, there's no damage of stumbling when using a far-range weapon such as a bow. Man, there's a lot more to this! However, a bow is nowhere near as powerful as a sword. I see that you can use both types of weapons. It is important to think about these advantages and disadvantages when choosing between the two. I see. So I could use the bow if I wanted to not fall over. Okay. I suppose that makes sense. If you get knocked down, you'll have to get up again. Don't let anybody keep you down. When you're tired, it'll be hard to get back up. And if you don't get up fast enough, you'll become the enemy's main target. I see. My persona seems to be good at healing using skills like Dia. I'm not wearing a nurse's uniform, but you can come to me if you need healing. Yeah, right. A nurse's uniform. Haha. What, is that funny? You need to be hot and pull off a nurse uniform, and you're definitely not. Wow, that's incredibly rude. I think she could pull it off. Damn, Junpei, what the hell's your problem? Damn, dude, you can use so many different types of weapons. Everyone else can only use one type of weapon. For me, it's the two-handed sword. Okay, so I can't mix and match with everybody, just me. That's because real men fight with katanas. With a katana, you can sometimes hit an enemy over and over. It's super strong. So, kind of like what I've been doing when anytime I hit twice. Consider me the main attacker of the team. I'm one bad mutta. Although, sometimes I fall down when an enemy dodges my attack. Don't worry about that. Fascinating. All right. This is a lot of information to actually take in, huh? All right, well, I dare say I'll take a bit of a break, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna do some thinking. Yeah, I hope you all had fun. See you then.